Hello, YouTube Castello City Broadcast here, and this is the mystery of the Nintendo Direct. Wonder what happened to this whole little thing, huh? We didn't expect this grandiose presentation compared to the last one with the farming.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the Square Enix Farm Simulator.
This time we got a ton of mystery games and
That's why they hence the title.
mystery games slash mystery game RPGs. That's basically the theme of
Yeah,
this.
it seems like the direct's being
Having a
yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's on purpose or not, but that's what's happening. We get like a running gag, but then we also get the main titles.
Yeah, starting off with
You have the
Pikmin.
list. Okay,
Yeah,
Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4, yeah. July 21st release date.
And they look great. Visually,
Yeah,
graphics and stuff.
yeah, they look
Yeah.
good. Then we went on to
Or you're gonna announce every game
no,
or
just like the big stuff.
okay.
So yeah, we got Pikmin 4, then the mention of a Fire Emblem Engage DLC, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, also expansion pass thing. So this could be like a lot of DLC stuff mentioned in this.
Yeah, Splatoon, right?
Yes, Splatoon 3 got also is gonna
With
get
two
a
waves, yeah.
2 waves.
And Mario Kart, another
Yep,
wave.
yep, wave 4 with the Yoshi Island track
Yeah.
and Birdo.
Birdo.
A new like here you go, a new character. I'm like what?
It's weird how I'm not sure if other people have noticed this. I didn't tweet it, but I will. That this is the first time they announced a new wave and not all the tracks for it. Just one track and one character, which is really strange because every time they announce a new wave, they show all the tracks.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
That I found weird because hello, where's the other like there's 8 per wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, where's the other 7? That was strange. Um, because where is the Yoshi Island gonna fit? Because they usually the each course has 4 tracks, and each wave has 2 courses. So that's kind of strange.
I'm finally getting Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp.
Yep,
April 21st.
it got delayed, and now
Yeah.
we're finally getting it April.
You're getting it.
I'm definitely getting it. Yeah.
Then we got. Oh. um, I think I'm gonna leave this one for later, but I'm gonna mention Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yes. It looks great, and it's only $40.
Yep. And the digital version is out now. Like, go get it.
Yes. If you
Really
want
go get
digital,
it.
you could go get it now.
But
If you listen to this, you could get it, but you could wait for the physical version.
Yeah, which is February 22nd.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's February 22nd because I remember that since it's only 2 days away from Kirby. Which, by the way, we gotta mention Kirby. They dropped a new trailer and it's a cool post game, so excited.
Yep. The
Very
trailer
excited.
basically displayed the post game content, and they said that there's gonna be mini games, and a demo's already out,
Yes,
and
we downloaded the
there's
demo.
gonna be multiplayer.
Yes, we downloaded the demo.
That's awesome. Um, there's also been obviously like a lot of mystery games. I think Layton
Yep.
is the biggest one.
The biggest one, Professor Layton. Then we got
Octopath Traveler 2, some other like some other remakes, and wasn't there like a remake of a GameCube game?
Kaiton? No. Was it Phantom Detective?
Okay, so the only GameCube remake that we know of is Metroid Prime, but there's a DS remake, which is Ghost Trick.
Yeah, which was surprising, honestly.
Yep.
You said who covered it?
The YouTuber, I think it might have been Connor the Waffle or Rebel Taxi. They usually cover those kind of overlooked games. It is an overlooked game. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, it's just that was not a.
So there was this game, Sea of Stars, which is kind of looks like Octopath, but it looks cooler in my opinion, and it's not just a turn based; it's a timing based, so a bit of an action, like time based turn based RPG, which is cool because there's not many of those.
August 26th, everyone.
Um, what other ones? We
Oh, remember Omega Strikers? That looked like
air hockey, yeah.
yeah, that looked really cool. That was like a air hockey with cool looking characters. Yeah, I was like, and I love air hockey, so that was fun. Katamari Damacy Rural. That looked cool because it's the one where you have to.
Yeah, like pick
Everyone knows
roll.
about it.
It's the
Yeah,
one that you roll a ball and it picks up all the objects.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Everyone
like
knows
been
this.
around for a bit.
It
Yeah.
has been. Then we got which by the way is Bandai.
There's been also a lot of Bandai and some Sega.
Yeah.
There's some good Sega and Bandai representation. The Sega had that rhythm game.
Oh yeah, the
It's a Spanish name. It's like a monkey.
yeah, there's a monkey on it. I know I seen that guy. Samba de Amigo, Party Central.
Yep.
It's released for the summer.
It's not just. I don't think it's just a rhythm game. I think it's a dancing game. Like
Yeah,
a
it is a
full
dancing.
game.
But it's what I'm saying. First when I
Yeah,
first
it's
saw
like
it,
Just Dance, but it's like there's
yeah.
yeah, which is crazy that it be something a competitor to Just Dance.
And then we're getting more like collections for Etrian Odyssey Origins collection, announced for June 1st. And then Monolith's RPGs Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings, and The Lost Ocean, and the Baten Kaitos Origins are getting remastered for the Switch as well, also in the summer. So it's just funny
And
that
another collection, Mega Man.
Yeah, the
Battle Network.
Battle Network. Yeah, I have to admit there was a lot of collections and stuff in this one.
Yeah, a lot of good retro content, retro stuff and collections. Speaking of retro, the greatest gift known to man was the Nintendo Game Boy.
Bro, the way that oh my god, you fucking lost it at that.
We lost our minds when we saw the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance announced back to back. I didn't think it would be. I thought they'd be like separate. Like
Yeah.
one day they announced Game Boy and then another a couple of months later for the probably summer direct will be GBA. No, both GB and GBA were now simultaneously, and some games are already out now.
They are out now.
Major titles like Zelda Minish Cap, Wario Land 3, Super Mario Brothers 3, the Game Boy Advance version with the e-cards with all the extra content.
Insane.
It's insane.
Kirby's Dream
Kirby's Dream Land. What other things got already out? There's some games that are not out yet, but they got announced.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon TCG, Kirby's Amazing
Reaching
Mirror,
finally.
Metroid Fusion.
Yeah, that was cool.
There's some stuff that are not out yet, like that are confirmed, but not out the day of. That's gonna be out later. But we already got a couple of Mario League Superstar Saga.
Yeah, that was hype.
Mario Kart GBA. There's a lot of Game Boy titles as well.
Yeah, the titles it shows were good.
Yeah, they shows good titles for both systems, which is awesome. I mean, a Wario game.
Yeah.
And Mario Brothers Golden Coins.
Yeah, the Wario Land game, but also the WarioWare.
And Zelda Link's Awakening.
Yes.
And Zelda Minish Cap.
Yes.
It's insane. The few games that they picked. And Oracle Seasons Ages are confirmed for later on.
Oh my gosh, insane.
And Tetris. Already
Obviously.
confirmed. Yes.
Obviously. Oh gosh. I was like it's the thing is that for a moment I just felt like it wasn't gonna happen, but you're like, come on, it was just
And Kirby's Adventure. No, Kirby's Dreamland.
Dreamland. Yeah,
Dreamland.
I never mentioned it. It almost felt like it wasn't gonna happen. We're like, it's the next transition over now that we already have what we have now on the Nintendo.
Facts. 100% facts.
I was like, when? Like it's just that for me, it's like we can't have like the Nintendo Switch successor happen already and not have these the Game Boy Advance already. It's just I was like, what were you guys waiting for? So that was probably the most hype of the entire thing. Don't get me wrong, seeing a new trailer for for Zelda 2, Tears of the Kingdom is great.
There wasn't much content shown,
No.
but it's to tell the fans that this is coming out. This is
May
what it's
12th.
gonna. Yeah, this is the vibe. This is what it's gonna look like.
But there is big news about that though.
There's some already like new vehicles.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
the lawnmower.
New technology,
They're, like, funny.
new weapon, new tools, things like that, new armor. And the story we don't even know. So
Not really.
It's again, the story is usually in Breath of the Wild was told differently. It's not exposition. It's very like you find as you go. Like the story is very like you find as you go.
But there's two things I do need to say about Tears of the Kingdom. So far, it looks like it might have a price tag of $70 for the standard.
That's the most expensive main line Nintendo game. Yeah.
Because War64 on Twitter has been posting about pre-orders for the standard version and the special edition, which could be $130.
Yeah, that's like the most expensive Nintendo game.
Well, when it comes to standard, the standard version of it, yeah, it is.
Wow, we're gonna be spending $70 on Nintendo games, probably starting. Well, with this one, all the other ones are gonna be 60, as far as we know. All the main ones, like the Metroid Prime remake, is gonna be 40. But I'm talking about like the AAA non-remake
that
stuff
Kirby,
are still 60, except for Zelda that we know of. And then I think that starting next year, just give you a trend of $70 Nintendo games.
Possibly, yeah. Because the thing is that the only retailer that didn't list it as 70 was GameStop, but everyone else has Walmart, Best Buy has the 70.
And the reason I don't think GameStop did is because they haven't updated it.
Yeah, and
because GameStop is a joke. So
yeah, it is, and they take forever do anything with their app and website. So even the Kirby title is $60.
I noticed that there's a lot of mystery games, and one of them was this Persona.
Oh, Deca Police.
Yeah, bro, that's a Persona mystery RPG game. The music and the aesthetic and even the turn-based, it was a Persona, because of Persona getting popular, we're getting like Persona ripoffs. That's hilarious to me. Like who would have thought that they would make a Persona ripoff? I mean, everything gets ripped off. Like a lot of stuff that you would expect, like Pokemon, there's like a million ripoffs, but Persona, wow. Then we got Dead Cells Return to Castlevania. So Castlevania having a spin-off. That's cool. I didn't like the aesthetic. It looked like it was going for we're retro guys. Look, like I don't know, like freaking Castlevania on SNES looked better. Then we got Bayonetta Origins. Yes. Which was already announced, but they showed more about it. So the overview of the gameplay. Then we got Disney Illusion Island. So this one didn't know was a thing, but as I like the cartoony style of it, and it's the Disney one over there with it was like a platformer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's coming out July 28th. No, we're saying that it was cool that we got a Disney title as a platformer. Then we got we were laughing about this one, Fantasy Life. Yeah, it was chibi, which I was like, they look cute, like actual good chibis, but the problem was that it was an Animal Crossing ripoff. It's a farming simulator, which gave me PTSD of the last Direct, which is mostly farming games, which is still a joke to this day. Like people are not letting that one go ever. That was one of the worst Directs. But it was also funny. I know, it was funny, but it was like, why do you waste our time? We woke up for this, like, like. Oh yeah, actually we woke up pretty early. Yeah. I remember that. Like, we got up, wake up early, and then we see this shit on our screen. What? I think we watched it before work or something like that. Some shit like that, and that was embarrassing because, they were hyping this thing, and like, come on. And everyone was, having all these wild desires and guesses and predictions, and we got like mostly farming stuff and some actual announcements, but it's like the flashback.
Yeah. Then to wrap this up, we got a reel of highlighted titles: Minecraft Legends, Blanc, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
As we mentioned before,
Yes, Have a Nice Death, E-Baseball, Disney Dreamlight Valley. I think it was a DLC or something for it.
Either that or more content for it. Yeah.
And Tales of Symphonia Remastered.
Pretty solid direct. I don't have much complaints. I know there's a running gag of mystery games and some for titles I'm not gonna remember the next day, but there's some good stuff. There's 2 demos I've already downloaded: the Kirby and
Sea of Stars.
Yeah, Sea of Stars, because Octopath, I played it and I didn't even finish it because I was just like disappointed in it a bit. I would have thought I would have been like, man, I ended up playing Triumph Quest instead. The new one. So yeah, this one seems to be like a one from a smaller company. In my opinion, looks better, and I like the concept more because there isn't much like timing based RPGs where it is turn based, but the attacks are time based, kind of like in the Mario and Luigi games. So that's cool that we have something like that.
Yeah, I gotta admit, this was a really
hype direct.
Golden Sun.
Right? We forgot Golden Sun on GBA, but we don't know if that's. I don't think that's one of the first. That's the
it's
follow-up title.
Yeah,
follow-up title. Yeah.
That was surprising.
Exactly.
Okay.
No Pokemon, just the trading card game.
Just a trading card game, but they're probably not gonna put Pokemon.
You don't know about that. Pokemon, when it came on 3DS, it was very late, very late.
I don't know.
That's when the 2DS came out. That's like late in the 3DS.
I'm gonna have to look back at the library and see what other titles I would love to see there.
I think Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland was something that should have been on day 1 for GBA.
Yeah, it should have been.
And instead, Amazing Mirror is announced for later, so it's not even out now. It's just like no Kirby then for GBA.
Yeah, I was bummed by that.
Because Kirby was on Game Boy, but not GBA. Until there's 2 major games, and one of them is only going to be announced for later in the year. And
that was surprising.
And the main one, the Nightmare and Dreamland, the one that got us into the franchise in the first place, is not there, nowhere to be seen. Bro. Which is so strange because that one plays off of Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy. It's like it would have been a perfect back-to-back, but I guess not. That was weird. Maybe there was emulation issues with that one because of the connectivity. Because that was multiplayer. So maybe it has mini games. So they probably couldn't work the mini games and emulation, or they just plan to announce it later. That's my theory, that this one's very multiplayer focused, which causes problems. Might have caused problems for the emulation. That's my theory because that one is no brainer. It's a classic. It's a GBA classic. I'm
in disbelief, honestly.
Yeah.
In disbelief that we came out of
Nightmare of Dreamland. If you haven't played it, it is like and you're newer to the Kirby franchise, is the best way to start your Kirby journey. If you want to first get into Kirby's, especially like the early platform stuff, the definitive platform that's easy to pick up is Kirby's Nightmare of Dreamland. And then I recommend, once you play that, maybe Amazing Mirror, and Superstar Ultra. That is my hand, because Kirby's best on a handheld, because Kirby was originally handheld. So that's my recommended handheld Kirby games are Nightmare Dreamland, Amazing Mirror, and Superstar Ultra. That's like the definitive, if you want to get into, especially the 2D Kirby. Sprite based, old school.
Right, but I still can maybe came out of this. We have Game Boy and Game Boy Advance
Yep. Awesome.
now, like right
Right
now.
now. Yeah.
Insane, honestly insane. Damn.
Well, I guess that wraps it up.
That does wrap it up
Uh,
because now we have games all the way to end of summer. So that means that at some point in the summertime they'll
there might be another direct for games in the fall, winter, mostly the holiday season.
yeah, holiday season into 2024.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
And to do one more thing to wrap this up, we have about 3 weeks left for countdown for Pokemon Day. So we might have a Pokemon Presents.
Yeah, so
But
keep your eyes peeled on Pokemon.
because everyone's like
There's no Pokemon announced here. It's
yeah,
because
every time for Nintendo Direct, they realize they just won't have Pokemon there, so they just put it for Pokemon Presents.
exactly.
So that's so keep your eyes peeled, everyone.
Yep. Well, that's been everything. Thank you for tuning in and this podcast, I guess. And have a good one.